All right, lovies. So this is the first project that we're going to start with today. And I saw this on another YouTuber's channel. And unfortunately, I don't remember their name. But if you're familiar with them and you're familiar with this piece, please let me know in the comments below so I can give them the proper shout out. How we're going to recreate this piece, we are going to be using some items from the Dollar Tree. We're going to start first with the foam roses. They are in 18-piece count. I will be using half the roses on the first project and the other half on the second project today. We're also going to be using the little box from Michael's in their 99-cent section, and I will be using one of my Cricut weeding tools to hold the item, the roses, in place, just because they don't have a stem on the bottom. I will also be using the love sign from the Dollar Tree. I know it's not the exact same font, but I thought it would be an exceptional replacement or art or alternative. Duh, I'm stuttering, sorry. So I also thought I was going to use these rhinestones from Michael. I did find those after Christmas, and they came in two sets of colors that I had at my Michael's. It was a multi-pack, which is this one here you see with the red, green, and orange. They also had one with the multi-blue colors. The paints I'm going to be using to recreate this is by Deco Art in the metallic series. It's called Glorious Gold. I will also be using the sheepskin chalk paint by Folk Art. I also use another one of my weeding tools and an X-Acto knife, but I did that off camera, or more so I lost the footage, but you know, it wasn't important footage. So here I'm also going to be using one of the plastic table mats that come 2 in a pack from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to use this to cover my surface while I paint. So as you can see here, I'm just going right into it. I'm focusing on the inside and the outside parts. However, I opted not to paint the back only because it's not going to be seen. But if you choose to recreate this, you can definitely paint the back. Also, I didn't, at this point, I wasn't sure of if I wanted to keep the jute twine hanger on back or, cut it off because I was going to sit on a table. But you'll see down the line, I ultimately chose not to leave it on there, and I do remove the jute twine. So I'm just going to go right in and start painting here the love sign. I didn't record all the footage of me painting because with these pieces, they're so basic, so standard. I figured you guys would get the gist of, what you're supposed to do with the paint. And here, this is why I love this tool, because when you squeeze it, it just opens and then clamps really tight. And it has some little spike, like edges on it, which is really great for clamping. And here I'm just going to go with that Glorious Gold again and start painting the roses. And you really just want to get all up in those little nooks and crannies. And I did opt on the roses as well to not paint the back. But, and again, it's just, I felt like that would be a waste of paint. So I get as close around to the back as I can, just because, I wasn't sure which one's going to be on the outside. But in the end, I really didn't even need to do that. And so the only regret here, or not regret, the only thing I would do different is I would probably start with the roses first, only because they did take just a little bit more time to dry than the sign and the little wood box. And I left this footage in here because I started chuckling, because I am one of those people who will scrape my leftover paint and put it right back into my bottle. Even though it wasn't a whole lot, it was too much to waste. So judge me if you will. But I do this all the time because I'm just like, some of these paints are a little expensive, but nonetheless, I just didn't want to waste it. So here the roses are starting to dry, and they are coming together pretty good at this point. I'm already liking the project, even though it's not put together yet. And I wish, and I can't wait till I get really set up so you guys can really have a good view. But my lighting is horrible, and it doesn't do this sign any justice, but it is gorgeous when that light hits it. I opted there as well to not paint the back. Again, only because it's not going to be visible. So as we move forward, what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm showing you these new boxes. I don't know if you guys have seen them at your Dollar Tree, but these are so awesome and they're good quality. They come with the little hook on the top, or hanger. I can't think of it right now, you guys. Anyway, I love it because of that. And they had two different sizes, like I was saying. And if I had to guesstimate here, I would probably say about 12 or 14 inches long, probably about 2.5 inches deep, and maybe about 8 inches wide. Here is the other box. It's a little bit deeper. Not sure of the size again, but if I had to guess, I would probably say probably about 2 or 3 gallons, maybe. But they're both awesome shoes. So what I'm doing here with this box is, after I kind of played around with the roses, and I just kind of just lay things out. I don't know if you guys do that before you actually set your projects, but I'll lay it all out just to get a feel for it, to see if it may need something else, so on and so forth. And so as I was looking at it, I started thinking, oh, maybe it's too plain, because the love sign is a little bit larger than what's shown in the picture. And I ultimately decided to use one of my gold butterflies, which I got off of Amazon. Again, you guys, a lot of this stuff was purchased before I even thought about recording, and I'm so sorry I don't have the details for you, but if I can find them, I would definitely include them at a later time. But I really got a good deal for these, and I want to say I probably got about 40, maybe 50 in a pack, and I want to say they were like $6 or $7. But I got those colors, the gold, silver, rose gold, blue, black. Just, it was a lot, but they're all separate, and they were all probably about between 30-40 pieces, if that. So here, I didn't like the butterfly in the back, so that's why I set it to the side, because I just felt like you really wouldn't be able to tell what it was back there, and it may just throw the whole piece off. So here you see I'm just playing around with those rhinestones that I got from Michael's, and I thought these would probably come in, as a close match, but as I laid them out, it didn't quite sit well with me, and I wanted it to not throw off the aesthetic. So here I have these little rhinestones, rhinestones with adhesive. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know if they're buttons. I don't know if they qualify as rhinestones, but anyway, I thought maybe those would help because they do come in variety. But these right here, super tiny. I got these from Michael's, I believe, and I was trying so hard to show you the color because I thought maybe, it would go as well. But as I laid it up against there, you really couldn't see it. So I was like, that would just be a waste of material as well. So I ultimately decided, after all of that, to just leave it as is and go with it. So right here, I am going to use Gorilla Glue, which is, this Gorilla Glue is equivalent to the E6000. One thing I will say about this glue, I love using it because it does get tacky a little bit faster than E6000 to me. The only downside to using this is it does have a very strong smell, and it will irritate your eyes and your throat. So I do recommend that you wear some type of face covering, or something to cover your mouth, because it is very strong, and you will need to be in a well ventilated area, just because, again, it will irritate your eyes and your throat. So I just eyeballed it there. I didn't measure out anything because I'm not very good at measuring. And I just, like I said, I eyeballed the little square out. And then I just go in right here. As you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and add the roses in. Just line them up, and as I'm lining them up, again, because even at this point right here, the Gorilla oh my gosh, you guys, the Gorilla Glue was already starting to seize or firm up already. So here I'm just kind of putting them in and just meshing as I go along. to try to center them, um, just so they'll look almost similar to the picture. And so far so good. I only used 9 roses here, as I said, and already I was looking at it and I was so excited, and I just felt proud because even at this point again, I was just like, wow, it's really coming together and I really like it. I just love this, the simplicity of it, the cleanness of it, and that's really all I could think of at that point. And then right here, you guys, for this little container, I keep some of my scraps in here, where I just keep them handy where I can just reach them. I do have another stash that has scraps in them, but what I was showing you there is I had accidentally put a glitter pouch in here with purple. It was a purple glitter pouch, and I didn't secure it well enough, so it literally like exploded over everything. But here I'm just going through because, again, me being me, wasn't satisfied and thought maybe a pop of color would make a difference here. And again, at the end of it, I just decided not to do that. But I was super excited because some of the things I had in here, I totally forgot about. And I'm going to tell you guys, like, I love bows, I love butterflies, and I love hearts. And so I found some good stuff in here, right? And so I was still, just playing around. And then I decided, hey, let me just show you guys what I have in here, if it's not too much. So right here, I was deciding if I was going to use this. I'm going to call it Love Vine, but that's not what it's called. I got that from Hobby Lobby, and I thought maybe I could use that on this piece. But you will see me playing around with it, and it was a good match to the color. But I probably should have put this in before, or somewhere where I could have put the roses over it, to kind of layer over it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But ultimately, I just decided not to do that. So here, before we move on to the next project, I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to share these bags I found at Dollar Tree and some of the other items I found as well that I did craft with on this day, but unfortunately, because I was having so many issues with the video, I didn't include them, but you will get to see the finished product or projects at the end of this video. But those were some good gift bags that I found that all of these, what I'm about to show you, with the exception of maybe one or two, I can never find these items or good items like these at my Dollar Tree. So those gift bags originally that I showed you guys, I know I'm way behind here, they were beautiful. They had a glossy side and like a matte side, and I really thought I was going to be able to use them in this project, and I wasn't. Those envelopes were made out of MDF boards. They do have little slits in them where you can put little messages, and I thought they were super cool. Now these light bulbs or strings, I've never seen these either, and they're gorgeous, and they give off the most beautiful color, and I just feel like you really can use them at any time of the year, especially if it matches your decor. But I am going to tell you guys, the only thing that I was just struggling with was the back of the battery pack. Like, I could not get it open. I had to get a butter knife and really go at it, you guys. But as you saw, they were beautiful. If I couldn't edit out that little piece of that love paper, I thought I was going to use that as well, but I couldn't. So here is the heart sign from Dollar Tree, and I have to tell you guys, I've walked past this sign so many times, and I just couldn't think of what I could use for it, but I kept passing it, so I decided, let me just get one and make it work. So it actually came out really good, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Here is also some stickers that I found, and like I said, I have the worst luck at finding nice things at my Dollar Trees. But I found these butterflies, and as I said, I love butterflies, I love bows, and I love hearts. And I thought those were so adorable. Now these rhinestone stickers I have used in the past, but had never seen them before. So when I saw that pack, I did grab it because it was the only one they had. This little set of spring stickers are so beautiful to me, and I can't wait to use those and show you guys what I make with them. And here we are again with that gold. I found these stickers. I love that whole little biting lip or drip lip or whatever it's called. But these stickers were gorgeous too. They had golden pineapples, the diamonds, the unicorn, and I know I'll find something awesome to do with that. I did snatch 3 of those. Also, I snatched 3 of these stickers as well. I was really drawn to that heart font that's outlined there. And I also love the little sticker, the heart on the tag and also on the octagon. And I know you guys can't really see the octagon one, but trust me, it's beautiful. These rhinestone stickers I have used in the past, but never this color, so I was excited to find those. I usually get the ones that I think were like turquoise and white, and I know for sure the black and white ones, and I love those, so I'm excited. And here are some of my favorite stickers. I've never ever found them again. I have this one pack. I'm afraid to use it because I'm afraid I won't find them again, but I love those. So as we jump into the next project, it is going to be with the heart sign. And here my thought was to use one of the gift bags behind the heart sign to tie the colors together because, and I'll show you at the end, the little sign from Dollar Tree that inspired me, the color that inspired me to do the whole red, black, white, and gold. I will be using, actually on this one, the white chalk paint, and that's also by Folk Art. I decided not to go in with the sheepskin, which I probably could have, but in the end, this did end up coming out really pretty. So again, I'm just going in, doing some nice heavy strokes, and this is one of the reasons why I really love having that little plastic table or placement mat underneath, because you can go all the way in and just get as messy as you have to be, and you don't have to worry about any of the paint or stain getting on your work surface. So here I'm giving it a generous amount of paint. I do go back in with another coat, and you'll definitely see that coming up. But this was super easy, super simple to do as well. Like I said, here I am going in with that last and final coat just to make sure I'm getting it all covered, because the first coat, it did okay, but you could still see kind of the wood poking through, and I didn't want that. I don't know why. I'm usually okay with it, but I just didn't want it here. So what I did decide, and I'm sorry it's out of frame. Oh no, I'm sorry, backtrack. These little coins. So you're gonna see those coins come up in one of the projects that I did this day, but I couldn't get into the video. So I am gonna show you how it all came to put. Oh my goodness, all came together. Because when I saw these at Dollar Tree, I instantly knew what I wanted to do with them based off another sign that I got from Dollar Tree. These were in the St. Patrick's section. It was a very small, tiny section, but I do believe they carry these coins all year round in the toy section. So I was literally trying to make kind of a swirl, I guess, or a little zigzag, but it ended up looking like a little hook. But it still came together, and you guys will see how it all worked out. But I love this too, that red that I used on this project. It's called Imperial, and it's by Folk Art as well. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So this is where I was saying where I thought I could use this bag underneath the heart sign. But as I was going forward, I was like, no, I don't think it's going to work. So I opted in to do a dry brush here. And I normally don't, well, I like dry brushing, but I was hoping to not do it on this particular project. But I just felt like this sign needed that. And again, in the end, you will see. So look at that. I think it came out very pretty. Just those little specks of gold, or little streaks of gold. I really thought it just came out super cute. So for the other half of the roses that I got from Dollar Tree, my vision was to get it red, get the red to pop on the roses. But as I was doing it, it just wouldn't absorb like I thought it would. And I didn't want to ruin them by dumping so much red on them. I don't know, but either way, I like the way these came out as well. I did a nice light dry brush with them. And so here it is, you guys, the end product. And I think that even though it's not an exact match, I really love the way this came out. Oh my goodness. If you guys agree, let me know. Or if you would have done something different, let me know about that as well. But I do love this, I have to admit. So this was one sign I did find, one of the signs I found at Dollar Tree, and I liked it just the way it was. The only thing I didn't care for was the little glitter outlining the heart, but overall I chose not to do anything extra with that because I absolutely love it, especially the key part. Now here it is, you guys. This hello sign, I was like blown away because I opted to just use some cardstock in the back, and I had some half or cut in half pearls. And I was like, oh my God, this just came together, and I got to use the love vine, love vine here. And I liked it. I really, really liked the way this came out. Off camera, I painted those little wooden hearts from Dollar Tree. And for some reason, you guys, every time I look at it, it reminds me of Minnie Mouse. I think they're so adorable. The little red heart behind that, it's actually came in like a little pot to mimic like a flower. And I had those leftover red tin from Christmas I got from Trader Joe's. So it all tied together really well. And of course, those two little shadow boxes back there, if that's what they're called. I didn't change those either because, again, I just like the simplicity of them, and I like the way they were already set up. So again, this is the end. I know I kind of jumped around. I know I kind of cut through some things, but um, I was just trying to get my first video done, and I hope I didn't lose you guys. I hope you stuck around with me. But I have to say, at the end of the day, even though it wasn't the perfect video, I do feel like I feel like it was okay, and I think you know I'll definitely get better as I go along. So with that little box where I had the gold coins, this is where I put it into play. I love that kissing booth sign, and I immediately knew what I wanted to do. Like I was saying, what I wanted to do with this little box, and so I just threw in some little Hershey Kisses. You can't really tell, of course, because they're red as well. And then this kiss me sign. My recording, or this, when I'm editing, it doesn't let me get full shots of certain things. So pretty much that kiss me sign was the same color scheme, which was black, gold, red, and white. And I did notice here there was some pink spots, but that's only because originally how I had that love portion designed or painted, it didn't really I don't know, it didn't do it for me. So I sanded that down, and in between what happened, it did scrape in between those little nicks and crannies. But I did go back and fix that. And this is only for my viewing pleasure, so I'm not too concerned about it, but I do like the concept here of, putting the little Kiss Me Booth sign above the coins. And this was my inspiration piece for the color scheme that I chose to do in this video. This is a beautiful sign. I've never seen these at Dollar Tree. It's a good size, but I was drawn to, again, that black, white, red, and gold. I just love it. And I actually did use more roses here. I totally forgot about that, but the way it came out, and so I was super happy with it at the end of the day. And this sign that's coming up right now is one of the forever and always sign from Dollar Tree, and this one as well, you guys, I loved it. That red, I'm telling you, it's just gorgeous. Again, it's called Imperial by Folk Art, and I didn't add any white here because at this point I was like, you know what, it'll still work, and I really feel like it does even without the white. And this little tag here I've had for quite some time. Fall in love every day, and I think that is one of the most true statements we can live by, because especially in these times now, we need to do just that. Now this side, oh my goodness, this was so pretty to me. I had no idea where I was going with this, but once it came together, I love the colors of it. Like I did through everything. Like I said, I'm obsessed with gold right now, and this totally reminded me of the Chinese New Year. So, and also I got to use my heart and my butterfly. And if you're still here, I just want to say thank you for staying. sticking around to the end. And I hope to see you in the next video. Happy crafting. Peace and love, everybody.